The key to renewal of the mind is understanding how our three parts interact. As human beings, we are made up of spirit, soul, and body, and it is the interaction between these three parts that gives us the ability to renew our minds. It is absurd to try to separate these parts because they are all interlinked and interrelated. There is no point trying to separate the body from the soul or the soul from the spirit because they are all one. So what affects the body will definitely affect the soul and the spirit. What affects the soul will definitely affect the body and the spirit. And what happens to the spirit will definitely affect the soul and the body. So they are all one, working together to manifest purpose on earth. Now I'll start with the body. The body, using computer parlance, can be described as the hardware of the human system. The body amazingly acts both as an inputting device and as an outputting device. The body gives us what is called world consciousness, and it both takes in the world without into us and helps us to reflect back into the world. In other words, picturing the world within, without. So the body has both an inputting work and an outputting work. Now, the soul can be compared to the central processing unit, with one very important difference. While computers need someone to program them in order to function, the soul does its own programming. So you could say the soul is the seat of programming. That is where the program is written, or where the program to be written is decided. It's in the soul that decisions are made, and it's in the soul that the programs that are run are written. Now the spirit can be compared to the hard disk, the power supply, the modem that makes it possible to interact at the universal level. I'm talking now about the internet level. You could refer to your spirit as a part of the computer that makes it possible to connect to the internet. So you have the spirit being the one that runs the program. So while the soul writes the program, the spirit runs the program. And that is the interaction between the three parts using the context of the computer. Now, looking at it from another point of view, we'll need to understand that the interaction between the soul and the spirit is what is made manifest in the body. In other words, the body is a physical representation of the interaction between the soul and the spirit. Of all these three parts, the body is not designed, at least the physical body, that is not designed to be permanent. Well, I'm not going to the fact that we have other bodies right now, but the physical body as we know it is not designed to be permanent. However, our other parts are quite permanent. So see the body as the physical manifestation or representation of what is going on between the spirit and the soul. And you will soon discover that not only does the interaction between your spirit and your soul affect your body, but it also affects your environment. In other words, your experiences stem from the interaction between the spirit and the soul. And that's why the Bible says in Proverbs that guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. So we'll concentrate now on the interaction between the soul and the spirit. And to make the discussion a little bit more easier, I'm now going to substitute some terminologies. Now, the soul can be referred to as the conscious mind or the objective mind, while the spirit can be referred to as the subconscious mind or the subjective mind. Now, the soul or the conscious mind sows seeds into the subconscious mind, or writes programs into the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind in turn brings about the physical manifestation of these seeds or these thoughts or these programs either within the body or in the environment. So there is no escaping the seeds sown in the subconscious. So many of our problems, many of our habits stem from programs that have been written into our spirits through the soul, either as children or as adults. As children, we have little or no say in the kind of programs that are written to us, either by our parents or by our teachers. But when we become adults, we become responsible. So if you begin to discover that you're not acting in a way that you desire to, or your life is not as you want it to be, then you must consider that the programs operating or running in your subconscious are not ideal programs, and they have to be rewritten or overwritten. And that is where the interaction between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind comes in. So it is understanding the interaction between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind that makes it possible to renew your mind. That is what the renewal of mind is all about. That's why Ephesians puts it as be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So you consciously rewrite or write programs that are beneficial, that will help you to achieve your goals, help you to get what you really want. It is easy, or it is simple, may not be easy, but it's possible once you understand that you sow seeds. So what we need to understand is, how do we sow these seeds? What are the practical ways we can rewrite the programs in our subconscious mind, overwrite programs that are not beneficial to us? That will be the topic of our next discussion. But you need to understand that it is the seeds you have sown by the conscious mind into the subconscious mind that results in what is manifested in your physical body and in your physical environment. So within affects without. Anything you're experiencing in your life is as a result of what is emanating from your spirit. God has blessed us with creative abilities far beyond our wildest imaginations, and it is ignorance of this truth that causes us to be harmful to ourselves. But when we begin to understand the law of attraction, that we are what we think, the Bible says that clearly, that as a man thinks, so he is. And this, as I've explained, shows you how it happens. The conscious mind sows seeds into the subconscious mind, just as a man sows seeds into a woman to bring forth a child. The conscious mind sows in the subconscious mind to bring forth what you are experiencing in life. Thus, the Bible says the issues or the offsprings of life. And I believe that when next we come, we will examine principles that are important or that we need to understand in order to successfully renew our minds. That is, ensuring that the interaction between the conscious mind and subconscious mind is harmonious. As a final note, I would say this: where there's a conflict between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind always wins. Put differently, if there's a conflict between your will and your imagination always wins. Why this is so will be explained when next time we meet. Thank you.